We all are familiar with this quote now. If someone is getting more distance from you, that means they are getting closer to someone else. It can be the case and it may not be the case. Sometimes they might be getting closer to something else. It might not be someone, it might be work, it might be themselves, it might be their family. But yes, the thing is they are getting closer to something else. And but one thing we should take from this whole situation is, if someone is getting distant, that means there is something happening in that situation that is causing too much reaction, too much pressure, too much stress, that is not good for the mind, that is making that person look at this situation as not worth it and getting distant for their own peace of mind. And one thing we should understand is, it takes time away to eventually see what is happening exactly in a situation. If we're in a situation, we might not see all angles and aspects of that situation, but if we're out from that situation, we can see all angles. And you on the other end that they're getting distant from, you can sit down all day and point accusing fingers that this person is getting distant, you don't know what you did. But one thing is for sure, both parties and all parties that were in that situation had a role to play in making that relationship, that partnership distant, that the whole situation break off. And the more you sit down to point accusing fingers, the less you will see what part you had to play in it. But the more you can sit down and reflect on what happened exactly, the more you will open yourself to the scenarios, and you will see where you are at fault. That's where you can grow. And you will say, I was just being nice, being a good person, being, this is how a human being should be. Yes, it might be true that you were doing everything right as humans, but you should not forget that we all came from different backgrounds and different sources, different orientations of life. So what you feel is normal way a human being should be might be too much pressure for that person in the situation, might be too much pressure for the partner, might be too much pressure for the group of people, which will make them react differently. So what you see as a normal way can be abnormal to them, because we have different orientation and ideologies. We were all brought up from different backgrounds. Our building blocks, our foundations were all different things, and there are different things that make up our traumas and insecurities. So one thing you can be doing that is perfect, that is meant to be the normal way, can be a reacting situation to them, which will cause them to act negatively. But you can never know until you sit down and take time to observe the whole situation outside of the situation, before you can now understand that, okay, this was the part I had to play. And if you can get back together, you apologize for not knowing how it affected them or something. But we should all come with the knowing that we are different people, and the way we act will be received differently from different people. So you can point accusing figures out there and say, yes, I was perfect, I was, doesn't matter. You guys are broken up. So it is all about taking time to see the situation and understand what you did wrong to that person. Because what you might be doing right to another person will be definite might be very wrong to another person. We are all different people. We should never forget that fact. Do have a great day. Stay jiggy, stay blessed.